If you don't drink alcohol, what are your personal reasons for abstaining? I was drunk every night for 20 years. Every single night. It was routine. If I didn't go to a bar, I sat at home and drank about a pint of vodka. I couldn't sleep without it. Over 2 years sober now. Do I miss it? Sometimes. However, I am diabetic and am riddled with neuropathy due to the years of abuse. I don't miss it enough to continue poisoning myself. Yup, came here to say because I was an alcoholic, lol. This was exactly me. Except I didn't even go to bars. Would shoot whiskey, vodka, tequila, or whatever else and watch YouTube videos. Have a family too, it was dark times. Went to rehab once and drank in the airport on the way home. Sober 10 months now, and it's totally different this time. I'm proud of my sobriety, whereas last time around I hated it. That was me for 15 years. 1 liter of whiskey every night. I'm over 2 years sober now. Congrats, friend. I will not drink with you tonight. I did about 10 years. I just went 2 weeks and realized I didn't want it anymore, just to decide maybe I could try a little on Saturday night. Ended up drinking till Sunday night. I have no desire to drink, and now I know for a fact I can't just have a night. IWNDWYT. Huge accomplishment. Congratulations. I'm not abstinent, but I drink less than 3 times per year on average. Costs too much, is bad for your body, tends to mess up my sleep, and is kind of wasteful. It causes cancer, which I have a family history of. Also, it makes you gain weight. I'm trying to lose weight. It's also been linked to an increased risk of hypertension, cardiovascular disease, dementia, and numerous other negative health effects. Love booze. Love the way it makes me feel when I'm intoxicated. I'm a raging alcoholic whose brain can't function properly when I drink. Sober 400 days and counting. I haven't touched alcohol in about 30 years. My reasons were throwing away the next day, not being good at stopping at just one, and having been a bartender and doorman. That's the way to stop drinking, being sober around wasted people. I miss it. 0. Because I'm an alcoholic. I'm never not an alcoholic. I just chose not to drink 4008 days ago, and haven't since. I like to be in control of my actions at all times. The thought of no longer being in control or even not being able to remember details scares me. Also because I don't need it to have a good time. Slight edit I wanted to add. Being a woman and not being in control of the situation adds a level of fear. Especially true for me after kids. Even if my kids are under another responsible adult's supervision, I want to be fully mentally available if they have an emergency. I don't want to be trying to find a ride to the hospital and needing to make emergency decisions while under the influence. I very occasionally take an Ativan at bedtime when my anxiety gets out of control, so maybe this is hypocrisy. But on the other hand, the Ativan is a medical need, not something I'm doing for kicks and giggles. This. I've never understood why anyone thinks getting drunk on purpose is something desirable, even if no physical danger is involved. It makes as much sense to me as pooping in my own pants for fun. At least pooping in my own pants doesn't cost me money. Right here with you. I'm a guy, and the loss of muscle control and loss of ability to think clearly is too distressing for me. Maybe it's because I never know what's going to happen 10 minutes from now and I think I should be prepped to handle it. I get that some people want a buzz, but not me. I can only imagine how that is 10 times worse for a woman who also has to deal with fear. My dad would heavily imbibe when drinking in his youth, and one morning he woke up not knowing how he got home. Scared him so much he didn't drink like that again. Had to quit smoking, and there would be a 0% chance of success if I was drinking. It's been over 4 years since I've touched either. My dad has epilepsy, so he can't drink at all, so I was never really around it. My mom grew up with alcoholics and told us stories about what her life was like. I think my siblings and I just decided not to drink. It originally started because I was on medication for chronic migraines, but after going so long without alcohol, I realized I never liked it in the first place. If I have one, I'll have 30. I genuinely won't stop and black out every time and make horrible decisions. Almost 12 months sober. I used to drink, but I stopped because I feel like crap after drinking. My body doesn't handle alcohol like it used to back when I was in my 20s. Edit. Spelling. Same, the hangovers are brutal now. It sours my stomach and makes me depressed. I'm 4 years of sobriety on Thanksgiving. I was teetering on the brink of alcoholism and stopped drinking completely one day. It'll be 7 years in February and I don't miss it. I found an SSRI that is more effective and can't drink when on it, so there's that as well. Oh, you can't drink on SSRIs? Good to know, I never drink, so I didn't know that. My younger brother passed away in his sleep on New Year's Eve after a night of drinking at his then-girlfriend's house. He was too drunk to drive home, so her parents took him home and left him alone in his apartment. His girlfriend found him the next morning dead. After that, I just stopped drinking. Didn't even realize I'd stopped until a friend pointed it out. But subconsciously, I think that experience made going out less appealing. My mom died when I was 25 of alcohol poisoning. I suspect with a mix of meds she was on based on how long she had been drinking. I didn't drink a whole lot before that, but I essentially stopped after. It does indeed make it less appealing. Likewise, but my mother. She briefly got help for alcoholism and then relapsed, and it killed her. Decided I didn't need the thing that killed my mom in my life, and it was bad for me anyways, so I've been sober 5 years now. Just 2 nights ago, my mom, who doesn't drink, was feeling sad and drank a bottle of vodka, which made her vomit everywhere, and she was not coherent at all. She also takes meds. I called 911 and she went to the hospital overnight. She woke up that morning and told me I shouldn't have called and should have just left her there because she was embarrassed. It's been weighing on me for the past 2 days, but then stories like yours make me remember that it could have gone the other way if I just let her sleep it off. Being alive and embarrassed is better than being dead. A YouTuber I really liked died like that too, aspirated in his sleep. These deaths are just really sad. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've also discovered I hate the taste. I actually really like the taste. Black coffee, dry wine, whiskey, any of those heavy, bitter tastes, it's something that I miss. And then, strangely enough, since I quit smoking, 2 years after quitting drinking, the thing I crave most is peach rings. I worked in a bar. Watching drunk people while sober will change your mind on how much fun it is. My husband was roughly 45 days sober at my brother-in-law's wedding. We were staying at his mom's and he spent 45 minutes trying to convince his brother to let him drive him home. He crawls into bed after coming back from dropping him off. "You awake?" "Yeah, I woke up when you yelled at Jay to come on because we had an 8-hour drive in the morning." "So sorry, he was annoying." "That's exactly how you were. FFFFFFFFF. He's 16 months sober now. I quit when he did as support. I didn't drink much to begin with. Drunk people are annoying." My father and I are eerily alike. He becomes a violent, hateful abuser when he drinks, and I don't want to find out if I inherited that too. I'm considering sobriety, or at least drinking less, because I've hurt a lot of people, and I'm noticing early in life I might ruin some important relationships if I don't fix something now. Very smart. Wish I had realized sooner. Yeah, the drinking less. I tried to moderate and whatnot. It's easier to just not have a drink than it is to say you'll only have a certain amount of drinks. But you're not me, and I'm not you, but good luck either way. Most people who have had issues in the past, even small ones, just cannot go back to casual drinking. It's just easier not to have any, and to try to regulate some. Check out r/stop drinking for support. There's a lot of great people over there helping each other on their sobriety journey. I share thoughts that should be kept inside. Also, as I age, when I see people in my demographic getting sloppy drunk, it's an ugly sight. I do not want that look for me. In my 20s, that was fine, we were all idiots. But it starts to look foolish after a certain point. I share thoughts that should be kept inside. I love this. No reason to. Gives me headaches, doesn't taste great, and isn't good for you. This. It tastes bad is among the top causes of cancer, along with smoking and obesity. Why would I drink that regularly? I drink between 0 to 2 times per year, 0 being the most often occurrence. I'm not 100% alcohol-free, but these are the reasons I barely ever drink. Bad migraines are not worth it. Same. My last drink was June 14th, 1980. Before that, I was forced to drink at family events. Always got bad headaches. So the second my uncle gave me a martini at my bar mitzvah, it went straight to headache, so I decided not to drink. Also costs more than most other beverages. It kinda sucks when you can't save money because you already don't drink or smoke, but at least your money probably ended up in a better place if you never picked up the habit. So I don't end up a lying drunk alcoholic like my father and grandfather. This is pretty much my reason. Hated seeing my father come home drunk a lot when I was a kid. Paired up with a gambling addiction, it was really bad, caused a lot of toxicity in the family. Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. I'm also not big on the taste. If I have to have alcohol, it has to be a cocktail. Even then, I just don't bother most of the time. Same reason for me. My dad isn't a bad drunk, just alcohol dependent. And I never liked that there were two versions of him that I had to learn how to navigate. Decided to never drink so I can always be one person for everyone around me, especially now I have my own wife and kid. I want to be easy to approach, understand, and always available. Same, except for me it's so I don't end up a lying drunk alcoholic like my grandparents, mother, aunts and uncles, brothers and cousins. The alcoholism runs so deep in my family, they consider it a family tradition. I refuse to partake in the family tradition. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. It really helps. Subscribe for more, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one.